All right. It's your girl, Southern Aphrodite, and I'm here with my co-hostess for the evening, no one other than Miss Michelle Jones, also Miss MiKayla, Queen M, Queen K. How you doing, girl? How you doing?
I'm wonderful, love. How are you?
Well, I'm here. Well, we're gonna kick this topic off. This is our season 1, episode 8. Yay! Woo! we're gonna talk about
Awesome.
we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. And first, I want to pop it off with saying that Breonna Taylor, well, her murderers are still not in jail. And I'm very upset about this. This is like an old topic, but it's still very fresh on our hearts. And the reason why her murderers are not in jail is because of this lovely man right here, Attorney General Daniel Cameron. Mm.
You just sound like a man that just shouldn't been trusted. I don't.
He looks like a man that shouldn't be trusted. And the fact is that he's also a Sigma.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I have some Sigma friends that are pretty awesome, and I go to bat for the selected few that are, but this man just put a whole like bad taste in my mouth.
He posted up in there like that, and
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't even suspect that he would do his own black
People,
sister like that, like his people. You just, I don't understand. Like that's something that just breaks my heart.
right,
Like he forgot. You forgot about where we come from.
right.
They've been taking our lives and our liberal justice, our civil rights from us from since the beginning of time. And man, you do this?
Right. And it's like, you would expect a black man as Attorney General, Daniel Cameron, to protect black women. And I feel like he dropped the ball on that. And not to mention Megan Thee Stallion from your current town, Houston, Texas. She's been very
Ooh.
vocal about this. Like she's even like went as far as on Saturday Night Live doing a whole skit about how he failed us as black people. And his retaliation speech to that was he felt like she was using her platform to be negative towards him and justice system as a whole. But dude, you had the biggest platform of them all and you decided to turn the other cheek. And then there's more information that's steadily coming out that's showing that half of the shit that he was saying was justifiable wasn't even justifiable. But it is what it is. He's an asshole, and I don't care who hears it and what you got to say about it. That's my opinion. I'm going to stick to it. Like, if you're in a position or you're voted into a leadership position where we're entrusting you to do what's right by the people, and for you to neglect that whole thing and just do what the fuck you want to do, you deserve the beef that you're getting. So, whatever. Spit on his grave. Moving on. Let's talk about voting because, like I said, someone voted this man in. Someone voted Attorney General Daniel Cameron in. And as things tend to progress, when we start to move closer and closer to the end of the year, there's been a lot of presidential debates. There's been a lot of heat on our current president, number 45. Uh, um,
Lots of tea on him, honey. Poor thing.
yeah. Yes, it all started off like a month ago where I guess he's trying to rectify like not paying taxes for the last 13, 14 years, 15 years, whatever. And he filed his taxes with the IRS and this motherfucker ends up paying $750.
Mm, mm, mm. Iris and Kid Red Fox, and then he had to pay $750.
Exactly. Donald Trump is a billionaire. Red Fox was nowhere close to it. He was probably a millionaire, but he wasn't a billionaire. And they
Exactly. They took
drugged
him
him
out of
to the
there.
mud. Shit, I'm not a bit. I'm not even in the heirs. Like I'm a dollar heir, and these motherfuckers get at me for the income that I make. So, if Donald Trump can say no more taxes, I may vote for him or may consider voting for him in November. If he said the hell with the IRS and boom, I'm like, fuck student loans and fuck the IRS. I'm like, okay, he got my vote.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, cause ooh. Someone posted a meme the other day that said the IRS means theirs. THEIRS, theirs. That's their money. That's theirs. But it's so funny because what to expect on the ballot too, as well, with November the 3rd. If you're a resident of Mississippi, because y'all know we are Mississippi grown, our roots do run deep. The last page of that ballot is it's gonna talk about the things that have been going on as far as legalizing marijuana here in the state of Mississippi.
Yes, we need it. We
That
need
is
it.
the law 65A. MiKayla, what's your input on that? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Like, talk to me.
I mean, I never considered marijuana as a drug. I mean, you can't overdose on marijuana. I mean, it's very beneficial for people with health problems and people
Hmm.
that deal with depression.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
that
feel like, and then plus, I'm tired of people going to jail for it. I mean, everybody smoke it, shrunk. The police smoke it too.
I definitely get you on that one. Like I do think that marijuana is a natural drug or benefit to a lot of things. Like you said, it relaxes you, it calms you, it helps you cope with depression. So it's like more of a psychological type drug as well, or cohibitor. So I'm all for it, like with limitations, because I don't want it to be abused, and I do think a lot of people will see that it's legal and tend to abuse the power of legalizations. As far as using it for like a kid that has cancer, that's in chronic pain, and they need this drug to help deal with pain. Because if you have ever seen a child in pain, that's something that you wish you could just drive to heaven and be like, look, God, come on there. Come on. So I'm all for that as far as legalizing medical marijuana and using it in a beneficial standpoint. But I do not want it to be to the point where people abuse the power of legalizing marijuana. And then there's other things that goes on, because also in this law, and I don't know, like if you guys zoom in, it says that there's an undefined fee or revenue to it. So they're pretty much saying that they're not sure how much money they're going to make off making this a medical thing, but they're also not sure how much it's going to cost to get this under wraps, which means that they can put a tax bracket on marijuana, which means a lot of people that buy those 5 and 10 or 20 bound bags or whatever y'all pay for, I'm not sure. That means that they can be a tax affiliated to it. So you have to look at this shit as like, who is it benefiting and in what form is it benefiting? And it's also going to put a strain on like a lot of you the dope boys that sell it like as recreational stuff. Now, if you sell it and it's legalized, you got to put that as part of your tax income. So it's a taxable income. Yeah.
I don't want nobody
So
taxing my because they good pressure. It come with good price, and I ain't look.
yeah, a lot of people are for it. A lot of people from the medical field, from research purposes, are like, oh, yeah. Like, because, like, to be honest with you, when I was at Jackson State University, we grew it in our greenhouse. So, I'm all for like, yeah, the benefits to it and how easy it is to grow, harvest, and all that good stuff. But a lot of people, and I have actually spoken to a lot of guys and females that are, using this recreationally, that are not too happy about this law that's coming into effect. I think they would rather have it where it's more so like Washington and California, where you can have the dispensaries where you can go in, buy your bag at a safe amount, it's not tampered with, there's nothing added to it. You can roll up and smoke and be like you're smoking cigarettes, as opposed to where there has to be a medical reason or a medical limitation to it. See, Mississippi is always about limits. They're going to find somewhere or something to say, are we going to get this money? Because that's like the lottery. Like, it took them forever to get the lottery here, just because they couldn't figure out how they would benefit from the income. So, because I'm still thinking, because the whole purpose for them to reject the lottery in the first place was because we were a Christian state, and unless the rules of the Bible have changed, like, why do we have it now? You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense to you?
I mean, Mississippi killing me with a religious background. I mean, Mississippi done did a lot of their thing be so Christian. They still don't do the thing. I
Right.
don't I don't really appreciate how they just. I mean, you have a lot, and that's the problem. That's why we're going through what we're going through now, and dealing with things like COVID-19. I mean, God trying to work something out with Mississippi, and we're not understanding that cases steady rising, people steady dying,
Mhm.
but nobody's woke anymore. They say they woke, but they sleep.
Right. They all the way sleep. And with you saying that on a religious background too, because also on the ballot on November 3rd, they will also be voting a new flag here in Mississippi. The choices are limited to one, which I'm like, how the fuck do you vote on one flag? Like, it's either you gonna take this or we gonna look for something else. You gonna get this or you ain't getting shit. Pretty much it's like, oh, you gonna eat the fuck what I cook, or you ain't gonna eat it all type thing. And as you can see on the ballot, the last little thing they're talking about the Mississippi state flag, which of course is a big controversy about the emblem on the flag and what it represented, and all of this took effect during Black Lives Matter movement. And all of this was during the pandemic with COVID-19. So it was like a stressful situation, but it was at a standpoint where people were able to get their voices out there because, of course, we were, stay in place, stay in home. All you could do was sit there, watch TV, and people spoke. That was your entertainment. So during that whole process, we were able to get them to reevaluate the state flag and promote something positive. And that positivity came with this lovely flag at the bottom with the red bars, the blue bar, the yellow stripes, and the magnolia, which is the state flower. And they're going to ask people to vote on that as well, if they approve of this flag or they disapprove. Of course, you're going to have many constituents that are going to disapprove of this flag, but hopefully we'll get a flag that everyone's happy with, that's peaceful with, and we won't have to deal with all this negative backlash. Also on the ballot, there is a law going in effect called number 47, which is right above that state flag. And what that one is basically saying that we are removing the right for empowerment on votes with the House of Representatives. And like, I'm not big on politics, MiKayla, so I had to ask. I was like, what the fuck does this mean? So, a friend of mine was saying it's pretty much saying that in the past, when there was an election going on and the Democrats received 49% of the votes and Republicans received 48% of the votes, that the House of Representatives would move in and force their power and just pick which side won, whether it be Democrat or Republican. And because Mississippi is a Republican state, 9 times out of 10, they would always pick the Republican. So with this law that's going into effect, we're pretty much taking that power away from them. So if something like that happens in the future, then there will have to be a runoff where they'll have to go and run off again and see who took 50% or more of the votes, and that's who controlled the House. So I think that one's good. There's a lot of commercials that are going over the radio that's saying to vote yes for both of them. Don't just vote yes for the legalized marijuana and no for the law 47, because voting yes to legalize marijuana, you're giving the House of Representative power in the future to throw it out later. So after doing some further research and from the information that I got, I definitely would say vote for yes to both of them. So what do you think?
Going for both of them anyway, because I mean, I'm sick of people going to jail for weed. I'm tired of it. But I don't want nobody really taxing my stuff. It's
Right.
time for a change with this. I mean, Mississippi been lying about they been Republican for years. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
understand. Mississippi ain't even got no jobs over there.
Right.
Especially,
None.
I mean, that's ridiculous. They got people over there working 3 hours. Like you ain't got rent to pay, car, no light, gas, water. I mean, the Mississippi talking about they Republican. They need to be going for any help they can get.
Exactly. That's what I'll be saying too. Like they like we're it's like our state is so desperate for like improvement, but there's so many laws and so many people that are like restricting that. So it's just stupid. Enough of the politics, because it's not very pleasing. I hate politics. It really gets under my skin, makes my head hurt. But moving on, another highlight that has boosted Mississippi is my alumni, Jackson State University. I bleed blue and white. Yes, I do. Tiger pride, Get ready, baby. Get ready. But what's awesome about the Tiger Prize is I'm trying to figure out if it's Tiger Pride or Tiger Prime, because we just signed a new head coach, no one other than the famous Deion Sanders. I am not a fan of this man. I did not like him when he was playing pro football. Probably won't like him now, but I'm very proud that he is at Jackson State University. He keeps talking a big talk about the changes that he's going to make, but we'll see. So here's his clip when he signed his contract and his big expectations at Jackson State University. Our school, MiKayla.
Do you hear it? I hear it. It's the sonic boom. Ooh, they doing what they do. And everybody's loving it. Do you like it? Oh yeah, you like it. You can't help but like it because it's got deep down inside of you, and now you can feel it. Do you feel it? Oh baby, I know you can feel it because it's contagious. It's something that grabs each and every one of us and pulls us on one accord and pulls us together so we can be unified. Knock, knock, baby. Open the door, because we coming in. Because if you don't open the door, we gonna kick it down. I believe. You? I believe.
Oh my God, I'm over here. Girl, I was over here dancing to the music and everything. You talk about Southern Heritage, baby. That Jackson State has always been the baddest band, the baddest football team in the South to me. This college to me.
Yes.
Proud your student. I ain't go this semester, but I'll be back next semester. Coronavirus has some stuff going on. Hopefully we can work something out. I'll be ready to go back. But I'm
It's
proud of
so
you. Sanders is the new head coach. I really am. that's really putting Jackson State back where it used to be. Jackson State used to have a light that has been dimmed
Right.
over
That's
the course of time. We had a little issue, it was all right, a little issue, but they gonna work that out. They worked it out. Thank the Lord, they worked it out. But I'm happy that he's here. I mean, it's putting a positive light back home where it used to be.
right. I agree because we have some awesome athletes that are in the state of Mississippi, like from high school, elementary into college, and a lot of our boys don't get the recognition that they deserve. Because basically, if you because of our state history and privilege and all of the good stuff. A lot of our African American athletes have to go to historically white colleges in hopes of becoming NFL players. In fact, we've had a cousin that was the bomb at football. Like he was number one defensive lineman at a community college and had to bypass a historically black college to go to Iowa because he felt like if he went to that college, he would have a better opportunity of being drafted into the NFL. And sometimes not when our our boys get to those schools, they have to play double roles. Like they have to also make sure they do their schoolwork. They have to be on like 110% to make sure that they're getting the recognition they deserve. And it's not fair. It's not fair because people take their shine, give it to other people, and that other person excels and become NFL superstar and the next Aaron Rodgers. I'm so sorry, Aaron. I love you, but I had to put your name in there, boo. But he becomes the next Aaron Rodgers, and they don't. They just trickle down to become the next Joe Blow. So I think Dion, in that sense, will be able to use his connections in the NFL, be able to educate our boys on how to make themselves more presentable in that light so that they can become more than who they are or be who they are destined to be. I
Yeah,
am proud about that.
it's best. I'm happy for it. I mean, because it's a lot of young men that have been cheated, and they
Mhm.
could have actually went pro, deserves to be pro,
Mhm.
and they was just looked over because in my profession is they go get that attention at those white colleges just to get someone else to come in and take your spot.
Right.
And now you can actually go back to Jackson State. You got somebody that was a pro football player and all that they can, they have a way to separate themselves. Now it's best that we get back to where we come from
All
versus where
right.
we need to go.
Right.
And I feel
Right.
like we got a long way to go with that because there is going to be a bit little issue with it. Because a lot of people feel that Deion Sanders shouldn't be the coach because they're like, well, they just making our boys think that they just play football. That's all that they can do, and they're gonna go pro and they're gonna get famous. No, it's
Right.
about giving some people back their right.
Right. And I honestly think people are giving him too much of a hype. Like it's like, and of course, like I said, I'm alumni, so we get all of the news and all of the reports and all this stuff. The emails kills me sometimes, but like the hype that people are putting into Dion. Oh, Dion Sanders gonna win. Dion Sanders gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and then they're increasing ticket prices and all of this good stuff. I just pray Dion's able to deliver because if he loses,
I really do because the stakes is high on him. Because I'm gonna be real, real, real pissed off. I'm trying to stand up for him right now. And a lot of people don't like Deion Sanders.
right,
People
and
think this was just for a show, but I'm hoping that it's giving our young black men a chance to go pro and give our college a positive light. Jackson State deserve it. It done been through so much Lord over the years.
right. But I will say that Jackson State did report that since signing Dion, their revenue and like Jackson State apparel has boosted to 14 or 19 million dollars. So that's a good thing. Hopefully they can take that boost in revenue and spin it into something positive, possibly. And at one point when I was at Jackson State, they were speaking about building their own football stadium. So I really hope they can take this revenue, get some good land closer to the school, and build a stadium. That way that the income and all that stuff will be circled back into the education of historical Black colleges, because the stadium we use now, we do not own. It's owned by the University of Mississippi, and we just rent it out. So, if we're gonna,
people been paying to come to see Jackson State, especially their band sung Boom, really. We should have been had one. I'm tired of it. Them classes is high.
Right. Who you telling? Who are you telling?
Sure, you could have paid your light bill $300 something. No, y'all said no.
A book. I know, right? Like, and that's another thing too, because then they're like, "Oh, you should buy season tickets. You're an alumni." I'm like, "Shit, I paid for a whole education. I should have a lifetime free admission." But it's cool. I'm all about support. I'm all about helping the next person. You have to be that person where when you make it up, even if it's just one step up, I always look back and see who you can pull up so that they can pull the next person up, so they can pull the next person up. And don't be that type of person that when you feel like you pulled somebody up and they're a step higher than you now, don't be that person where you hating and trying to pull them back down. Just be supportive and pull yourself up, or let them pull you up. Just do what you need to do. And I tell all of my JSU Jacksonians that we have to be supportive in that background and then that light. So I'm going to be supportive of Deion. Like I said, I may not liked him when he was playing football. I may not like the person that he portrays to be on social media, where he's all hype and flashy. But if he can get through our boys and teach them the fundamentals of football and how to improve themselves, then he will win my heart as well. So let's go, Deion. I am all Tiger Pride. I'm not Tiger Prime right now, but so tell me, MiKayla, are you Tiger Pride or are you Tiger Prime?
I'm for the pride of being a JSU. So that's our family history, really. JSU. Everybody has to go to JSU. JSU been around for a long time. It's a historically Black college. I feel like it deserves some type of pride.
All right. Well, yeah, let's get on. So moving on to the last story. Of course, Coffee Talk always tried to pick a local artist in Mississippi and boost them up and let them highlight themselves on the show, as well as on our IG page, Coffee Talk in the AM, Coffee Talk _AM, and give them that shine. The next artist is a friend of mine, Mr. Timothy B. Hudson, also known as Tricky Hudson, Tricky 45, and he is a local artist, and he is doing big things. Like, when I say I could not be more proud of this gentleman, I'm excited to say I know him, but also at the same time, I don't know him, because he is showing some amazing things. Like, he is definitely the artist to watch. I'm super proud of him, and I'm going to let you guys listen in to his new single, Black Magic.
Everything I do is magic. Being black is beautiful. Yeah. I'm tricky, so what you expect? Look. Michael Jackson the shoes, Barack Obama the jewels. Over Whippy the coupe, with a Serena or two. Hey, the sick is the flu, BB can give them the blues. Jay and Diddy the moves, ain't no way I can lose. Pulling up, looking like black magic, pulling up, feeling like black magic, pulling up, looking like black magic, pulling up, looking like black magic. I swear on my grandma, I'm kicking this shit from the soul, they not ready for this. I'm from under the bottom, with the only shot that you get is from rifles and pistols. Living life like it's good times, but we didn't have a penny though. Blowing up dynamite like I'm JJ. Used to hoop with.
Yes. So we can only play snippets, but you guys can definitely follow him on IG at Tricky Hudson, or you can follow him on Facebook at Timothy B. Hudson. Definitely get at his new album that's coming out soon. He is definitely the one to watch. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but in that video, he had Mississippi own as well, David Banner. I love David Banner.
Oh, baby, I've been dancing to that music ever since I was a child. That down on David Banner caused a whole knee injury. I love him.
Yes. And then, like David was saying a while back, that Mississippians didn't give him the respect that he thought he deserved. Like, and you know what? It's a whole nother topic. But the current mayor, Chumway, where he gave the key to the city to Drake. Like, I felt some kind of way about that because I'm like, I understand people say you look like Drake, you act like Drake, you may want to be Drake. But then when I found this out, the first thing I said was, what the fuck has Drake did for Jackson, Mississippi? And everybody was like, you a hater, it's Drake. I'm like, I don't give a care who it is. I want to know if you're going to be honored to that extent. I want to know what you did. Like, I mean, you bought some Chromebooks for the kids. You paid a couple of water bills. I mean, what you do? No one can tell me what this man did, but what they don't realize is how much David Banner has put into the city, into the state, and being the person that he is and repping Jackson, Mississippi. Like, he actually was one of the few that put Jackson, Mississippi on the map, and people don't give him the respect that he deserves for that. So hopefully, and that's what Coffee Talk does, the artist of the week every week, where we highlight different artists from Mississippi grown, or close to Mississippi as we possibly can. Because I think we did, our first one was a young lady from Memphis, Tennessee, but she was bad. She was awesome. But these are the people that are putting our cities and our states on the map to the point where you have to look at it and be like, damn, that's Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? They may move to California when they get up there and popping, or Atlanta, or wherever they want to go, but they were born and they were created right here in Mississippi. And so that's the highlights that we want to do. We want to highlight our own. We want to support our own. And Mr. Timothy B. Tricky 45, we definitely love you here at Coffee Talk, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Like I stated earlier, we do know MiKayla been shaking her rump maker.
Baby, baby.
She's wobbling to it. So Tricky, you did awesome on that. We cannot express how proud we are.
Got me over here crunk and screaming and stuff like I'm in a club. Why?
I'm pretty sure if he goes back and listens to this, he gonna be like, "Oh, thanks." But you know, he's an awesome dude, and he's very talented. And like I said, I've been a fan of his since he was way back when he first started, because I think we have been affiliated some type of way from way back when. So he's definitely a cool cat, very talented. So yeah, look out for him and more stuff to come. I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait to cop this album. I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Not if I can. I just really see somebody got that CD over there. I'm sending out an order. Somebody gonna have to mail me a CD or something.
Right. If he puts a link up in like one of our if he puts a link up for me, then I would definitely share it so people can get that single. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be on like Apple Music, iTunes, or something pretty soon, because like I said, that's big, that's huge. And then in the video, did you see him when he did that backflip?
Exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was like, damn, Tricky.
That's why I'm like, Tricky, what is you doing? But that was cool, though. That was cool.
I was about to say tricky treat. You know what I'm saying? MiKayla, I'm not about to start with you. See, MiKayla be having me act a fool online, y'all. See, I got. Let me get back to this.
I'm gonna try that.
I'm not, 'cause I will bust my ass trying to do something like that. I'm gonna let y'all keep that because I'm just not. I'm not gonna do it. So last
Head together. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna try that trick. We're gonna have to compete on it.
last but not least, I'm gonna put it off on Queen MiKayla because the reason why she is definitely on this show is because she wanted to express some of her concerns and talk about her new platform where she's building called Journey of Faith. MiKayla, talk to me, girl. What is this all about? Where are we going with this? What are you trying to target? Who are you trying to target? What do you want to do with it? What do you see done with it?
Well, that is my new project that I am currently working on.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of how I came up with the name Journey of Faith was my walk throughout life. I done been through a lot, and to be in my standard and to be the type of person that I was, it's like I lost a lot. And it's people out there that, they deal with the same things that I have been through. And I feel like, that I can share my story of the things that I had happen to me and the things that I went through, that it can be a inspiration to someone else, that, it can help someone else to get through and say, hey, I can make it. Hey, she made it. I can make it. There's still a hope. I don't have to give up. I don't have to be in this state of mind where it's over. Life is not over. I mean, you keep going, you keep striving, you keep going on with your walk, you don't give up. And for me to be the queen, and so out there, LGBT community, it's a program of love. It's for everyone. We help those who are in need. We're gonna help those who are dealing with abuse and things of that nature. We're targeting everything. I'm actually working on a new show too that's coming out. It's actually a reality show. Me and my sister and my niece and nephew kind of working on it to get that up, but that's the next
Right.
day.
Right. And I know you can't release any name as of yet because it's still up in the works to it. But I will say that your siblings are crazy. so, so I do know that it will be full of laughs. And I'm pretty sure if your sister was there with you right now, she would bust in and say, "What you say?" Like when I say this baby is something live, firecrackers, like your family is definitely that. And I would say also that Queen Bee would be very proud of the marks that you guys have been making and excelling in life. I would definitely say, looking back, probably 5 years ago, especially with your younger brother, I would say that boy don't do that. But he's showing the world what he's doing and he's killing
And
it.
I'm
So
so proud of my crazy boo.
so and then I know as a family we don't say it often, but we are definitely proud. Your sister, you, your other brother, my babies, my tater tots, my cute little tiny tots.
He couldn't her too. Fred couldn't her. Better go. The knee.
Yes, he has become quite the entrepreneur as well. Um, so I would say that we're proud. So I can't wait to hear more, to see more, to get more involved with you guys and the awesomeness that you will be bringing in 2021. So I'm looking forward to all of this. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
And Journey of Faith is it's gonna start off with like a YouTube channel at first. It's gonna show a lot of things actually about me at first and
Mhm.
things that I'm doing, so everybody be able to see how it's gonna turn out.
Right. Right. So Journey of Faith, do you have like a release date for that yet? Or is it still in the works? Like, where are you as far as getting the ball rolling for Journey of Faith?
Right now, I can say that the date is gonna kick off December 31st. because I want to bring it in with the new year and all. So right now I'm in the works of actually getting a lot of things signed, a lot of things going, and a lot of investments and people that I just want to put in and that's gonna join because we are gonna have group meetings and things. So once I get all that on the roll, hopefully by December, once I finish going through applications, have to go through some applications for a lot of the programs that we're gonna have, but December 31st will be the date.
Awesome. So December 31st is the release date for MiKayla Jones and her new show, Journey of Faith, which will be on YouTube, and we'll get some more information about that. Also the reality show with Nina 45 and MiKayla Jones. Will Chris be in on this show, or he's just gonna lay low?
Chris being on the show, we're gonna have to put Chris
Yeah,
on the show.
please do, because that boy is crazy. Like, yeah.
I don't think he currently. Are you his follower on Facebook? I'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah, I am definitely. I follow him, and sometimes I'd be like, I'm gonna have to go beat the shit out of him because of some of the stuff that he says. But it is about freedom of speech, and Facebook was created so that you can show your creativity. So I'm not gonna hold him back. I'm gonna let him do what he do. We're gonna let him shake what he shake, but at the same time, we want him to be respectful and try not to step on so many toes as he do so. But
yeah, but we all outspoken, so I don't.
Baby, I just got off the phone with somebody and they were saying the same thing. They said, you are evil. And I was like, I'm not evil. I'm just blunt. Like, don't express what I want to express and how I want to express it. And if you don't like it, change the channel.
Baby, listen, I'm gonna say what I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it. People know Queen. Queen has been Queen. Queen gonna still be Queen. I just really say how I feel. I mean, I feel like you're not supposed to cover up nothing. I mean, anything that how you feel, express how you feel. Be honest. What you lying for?
Right.
I mean, but it's all
right. So we're gonna say good night here at Coffee Talk. MiKayla, it was a pleasure being with you on this live. I definitely want you to come back and sit with me some more and talk with me on some more topics. Like I said, we're coming to a closure at the end of the year, but there's so much more things that we need to get out there, so much more things we need to talk about. Voice your opinion, get it out there, because once it's out there, people will listen. They will listen, they will give their opinion, and it will go from there. But like I said, thank you so much for being a part of the show. You want to give out any shout outs or anything?
Yeah, I really don't give a shout out to my sister, my brother. Chris, get off Facebook. Don't get on Facebook tonight. I know you off. Just don't do it. My auntie, hey May.
She gonna be like, what the hell? Well, darling, that is definitely it. And we're gonna leave it with our theme song brought to you by Anton Decia, Coffee Talk. Anton Decia. And that's it, folks. I'm your girl, Southern Aphrodite, and I look forward to seeing you later. Smooches.